Hello everybody, I welcome you into this segment. Today we are going to talk about three powers that you possess. The first power that you possess is the power of your mind. Your mind carries and possesses power. And if you're not mindful of the power of your mind, if you're not mindful of the things that you think, your mind might end up working against you, because the power of the mind is either destroy you or builds you, because the mind is a platform of creation. Anything that is created today, anything that we see with our physical eyes, it was first designed designed and processed by the mind. The mind is a CPU of a person. The mind is a generator. The mind is the one that creates. That's where innovation comes from. That's where creativity comes from. That's where entrepreneurship comes from. It comes from the mind. Everything about you, it is have to be first created, processed, analyzed by the mind. So if you're not careful of the power of your mind might end up working against you, because if you use it recklessly or if you use it careful, you might end up destroying your life by creating things that will work against you. That's why you have to be mindful of what you are thinking. You have to be mindful of what you are placing in your mind, because whatever you place in your mind will process it. Your mind will make it possible. So it is very, very important that we always be careful of what we are thinking. Second power that you possess is the power of your tongue. The Bible says that death and life is found in the power of your tongue. And if the Bible confessed it that the tongue has power, it means your tongue is the most dangerous things in your body. Your tongue, it does not have it doesn't have a bone, but it can break somebody. A tongue doesn't have a matches, but it can cause fire. So it is very, very important that you have to be careful of your words, the words that come out of your mouth, that are produced by the tongue, because once they come out carrying the power of the tongue. That's why I can say something and somebody who hears me can be hurt, and yet I never touch them physically. What touch them is what? The words that carry the power of the what tongue comes out of our mouth. Because you can end up destroying other people, you can end up destroying your life. I've seen many cases where people spoke bad things to themselves and they have underrated them, and as life goes on, those things they spoken to themselves, they start to manifest. I've seen parents cursing their children when they are mad, when they get mad to their children, and they place a word, they speak a word, and that word will continuously forever working against that particular child if it is not broken. So it is very, very important and crucial that we are careful of what we are saying, because our tongue carries the power, and that power can either build or destroy us. So, and the last power that you carry is the power of your presence. If you are mindful of your presence, you will know that you don't have to be everywhere at all the time, because your presence carry value. Your presence also carry the power of influence. Let me tell you something. There are things that can only happen when you are present, and there are things that cannot happen when you are present. Okay, I want to set that straight. Because of the power of your presence, just because you are there, certain things can happen by the influence of your presence. So there are things that only happens. There are things that are only said when you are around, when you are present, and there are things that they are normally said when you are not present. That's why people gossip. The reason why people gossip is because they are afraid of your presence, which means your presence affects how they react. Your presence affects how people talk. So it is very, very important that you mind your presence. Don't just be everywhere. Value yourself. Value yourself, knowing that I have and I carry the power of my presence. Wherever I am, I make things happen and I influence. Me and the rest of the team, we call it a day.